Hey friends, Colby Sharp here, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. I'm going to be telling you today about 10 of the first picture books that I read my students. I'm really excited about these books, spent a lot of time this summer thinking about them, and then changed the books in the moment, and then added books and took books away. We get a chance to read a lot of picture books this year. We'll probably read a couple hundred, and these are the first 10. Number 1. Oh, I will put descriptions, or at least a list of all the books down in the description below so that you don't have to write them down. You can just sit back, relax, eat some popcorn, drink some Diet Coke, and check out these awesome picture books. Book of Mistakes, Corinna Lucan. My first book of the year, 2 years running. I would like to have a classroom where kids feel that it's okay to make mistakes, where kids feel that that's where we learn, where kids see that doing something that might feel like a mistake really is the birth of something greater. This book hopefully sets that tone in the classroom. Next up, The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson and Rafael Lopez. So often I think that my kids stress out about things that they don't have, and they see all of the things that others do have, whether it's other kids are going on cooler vacations, whether it's other kids have a family situation that maybe they desire, or a kid has the fancy shoes and they don't. The Day You Begin, I think, really helps put life into perspective and helps us all to know that we have a story and that that story is ours and it matters. So it's a great book to kick off the year with. If you haven't read it, please do. Dan Santat's After the Fall. Life's going to knock you down. You got to get back up. Things are going to go hard. You're going to be anxious. You're going to be worried. You're going to not feel like you could do something. But we have to find a way to reach our goals. We have to find a way to do what we were meant to do and dream big. And I think After the Fall really helps set that tone. Oh, it's so good. Last Stop on Market Street. I probably don't need to say a whole lot about this. I won a Newbery Medal. Won a Caldecott Honor. It's a wonderful picture book. CJ and his grandmother and their journey on a bus to the city is one that I hope lots of kids get to experience. It's a beautiful story. Next up, Travis Yonker and Mark Petz, The Very Last Castle. We've been studying genre, reviewing genre, character setting, plot, all that through the genres that we're going to study this year. And one genre that we study is realistic fiction and fantasy, so I guess that's 2. And one of the fun things about this book is at times it feels like it's realistic fiction, and then times it feels like it's fantasy, and then realistic fiction. And it's fun I think it really helps kids to really analyze what makes a book a certain genre. And this book was really fun to read aloud. I love it. Check this. I should be showing you all of these cases. All right, next up, Sam and Dave Dig a Hole. The last 2 years of teaching 5th grade, I also had those kids in 3rd grade, which kind of changed how I did some of my read alouds because, like some books are magical to experience kids reading for the first time. And this is one of those books. Like, I just want to watch them as their mind is blown and things start coming together. And so I got to read this book to 29 kids who had never experienced this story. And let me tell you, they were captivated. It was magical. It was just like, this is why I'm a teacher. This is so awesome. Sam and Dave Dig a Hole, John Clausen, Mac Barnett. Be who you are, right? Like, let's not try to be somebody else. Let's not try, kind of like with The Day You Begin, like, this is us. We are us. I am me. Let's celebrate that. We're all different, and that's a good thing. Todd Parr is he's just so much fun. Look at that, like, seriously. And 5th graders need Todd Parr. There's not an age that doesn't need Todd Parr. Read your 5th graders, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, Todd Parr. Story of Fish and Snail by Deborah Friedman. In this class, I'm going to ask you to try new things. I'm going to ask you to dream big. I'm going to ask you to do things that are hard. I'm going to ask you to put yourself out there. And this book really helps us with that. We'll talk about fish quite a bit this year. One of my all-time favorite books, Samantha Burger, Mike Corrado, about creativity. I love this book. I think the author's note at the end is really important to also read with kids. It just really makes them think and leads to great conversations. But just a beautiful story about creativity. And if we didn't have, we can always be creating. It doesn't matter what we have or what we don't have. We can always be creating. And we're just like, as humans, made to make things. Oh, I love this book. And then today I read my students A Stone Sat Still by Brennan Wenzel. When I finished, the kid looks me dead in the eye and goes, Mr. Sharp, that is the greatest book I have ever read. And I said, I think it's pretty darn good. And I agree. But just a beautiful story about a stone and how it is a stone, but it is also so many different things to so many different people. And it's such a deep book. I wish we'd had more time to discuss it because it's good, it's important, and it's wonderful. I would love to know what books you are reading your kids in the first 10, 20, 50, 100, 180 days of the school year. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for reading your kids' picture books, and thank you for watching this video. Have an awesome-tastic day, and happy reading.